Hello everyone and welcome. So this is just one of the things that I got over Christmas, and I thought that I would share this one first with you because it's quite chunky, and you'll have to excuse me because we've got leftover chocolate liqueurs, so I might have to have that in a moment. But anyway, I couldn't wait, so I have kind of like already ripped it open a little bit. But it's a mixed media set, and it says there's 120 plus items in here. So it comes with a booklet, the mixed media pencil collection. You've got soft touch colour pencils, watercolour pencils, metallic pencils, graphite pencils, okay, water soluble graphite pencils, oh goodness, soft pastel pencils and charcoal pencils, pastel sticks, graphite sticks, willow sticks and compressed charcoal. My goodness me. Okay, let's hope I'll be able to recognise what they all are then. Oh, so you've got information on here about sharpening some of your pencils and how to hold some of the pencils. Oh, that looks interesting, doesn't it? Look at that. So that's been done with a mixture of the materials that are in this pack. Master your strokes. And it does give you these examples using the different materials. Oh. Blending with coloured and metallic pencils for a smoother, softer finish. Okay, so that's about using things to blend with. And you've got some examples down here. Burnishing with coloured and metallic pencils to a smoother finish. Oh my gosh. This is going to take quite some reading, I think. Applying colour with watercolour pencils. Texturing techniques. We've got like wood and bark, leaves, fabric, lace doily, sandpaper. Okay. There's more to a surface than meets the eye. So this is about the substrate. So canvas, cartridge paper, watercolor paper, wood, sandpaper, pastel tint paper, and scratchboard. Oh. And then you've got how to paint and draw this water dragon. Oh, lovely. And then it tells you a little bit about the Castle Arts Mixed Media Gallery. Look at these. Oh, it's probably might have been a bit shiny. Got carried away, haven't I, reading it? But, oh, and a glossary of terms as well and what they mean. Very nice. I mean, I think it's quite good that you get this this booklet, and this is telling you about a selection of their other art products. So I might need that to see what I've got. Join the Castle Club, and then you can ask them if there's anything that you need help with. Colour and product guide. Oh, very nice. So, wow, you've got a whole range of things, all of their products there that I won't go into right now. Create a watercolor pencil dragon illustration in 6 easy stages. Oh, okay. So there we have that one broken down. Nice. Okay. So where's my knife? Or scissors. Scissors will have to do. Can't quite find my knife at the moment. So it comes with these, all these different pads. And it looks like they are A5 size. So we have got a watercolour sketch pad. Okay, well that feels quite nice. It's 230 GSM, A5. Doesn't say anything else about it, but there's a watercolour pad. White cartridge paper. Okay, that's 130 GSM. There's 20 sheets in that. We've got some black paper, some dot graph paper. Not sure that I would use that one, but anyway. And then we've got some pastel paper to do the pastel with the pastel pencils on. So, but I mean, that's rather nice, isn't it? That you get all of those five different sketch pads. Let's see then. We have got, okay, we've got a layer here with a watercolour brush pen. Got a layer there, a layer there, a layer there, and there, and there. Oh, and then we've got all of these and all of this. Okay, so this is sandpaper for sharpening your pencils on. We've got some sponge. We've got a kneaded eraser. Goodness me, what have we got in here then? Oh, okay, hold on. We've got some pencil sharpeners. That's a double pencil sharpener in there. So is this one just a single, or is this for something in particular? That's just a little single one. Let's pop you back. We've got a kneaded eraser, and then we've got a normal eraser. This is where we've got our willow sticks. So to be honest, I'm not sure how much I'm going to use some of these things, but you've got 4 charcoal willow sticks in there. And then we've got a little set here of, what are they? Where is my booklet gone? Oh, it tells me everything that I've got. Okay, so these are pastel sticks. And there's a little selection of colours there. And then these are going to be, yep, they are graphite sticks. Medium hard. And I'm guessing soft. Yep. Okay. So they go back in there. They go in there. And then these, what are these going to be? Compressed charcoal, hard, medium and soft. Okay. this. Two different sizes, but for when your pencils get really short, then you can pop your pencil in there and keep using it. Nice, handy. See if I can get it back in, shall we? There we go. And then we've got these tortillons. What are they calling them? I had a picture here somewhere. I call them sort of paper tortillons or tortillons, something like that. Ah, here we go. Oh, paper blender, they're calling them that. Okay, is this one then? This water-soluble graphite in a 2B. Okay. And then there's this tool. Is that for blending as well then? Is that tool there? I'm guessing that must be for blending in some way. Okay. Does it tell me? Trying to see if I can find a picture of it being used here. But I can't, but I'm guessing that is a blender. Then we've got these charcoal pencils, soft, medium and hard, and a white charcoal, which is soft. What are you? This is a pastel pencil in sepia. Pastel pencil in black. Oh, so these are the pastel pencils. Grey, white and red brown. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pastel pencils there. These are going to be your just graphite pencils. And what have we got here? We have got 8B, 6B, 4B. What does it say? 3B, 2B, 1B and 2H. So that's really for, I would say most of that, well, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe not so much the pastels there, or the pastel pencils, but a lot of that would be for sketching, basically. Okay, let's see what we've got next then. Let's go to the beginning of the coloured pencils then. So that actually says watercolour on it. Watercolour, okay. So these are all watercolour pencils across there. I'm just getting my bearings here. So are these. Yeah. So all the way across here. You got 30 watercolour pencils and a water brush. Then you've got the soft touch pencils, coloured pencils going across here. So that will be the same, where we'll have 30 coloured pencils. Then we've got the metallics. and they are all metallics going across here. So you've got 30 metallics. There we go. Right, I'm guessing I should do a bit of swatching out to test out what some of these materials are like. Let's start, she says, with a mouthful of liqueur chocolate. Watercolour pencils. Okay. White isn't really going to show up. Never mind. Now, should I write the number or the name? Name. Titanium white. Jade green. I've recently been using my Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle watercolour pencils, so it will be interesting to see what these are like in comparison. Cornflower blue. And I will wet them once I've put them all down dry. Sky blue. Let's move this over a bit. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? And this is ivory black. The reason that I bought this whole set was because I thought that this would be good for sketchbooks, taking out and about. And then I can keep my Museum Aquarelle watercolour pencils for here in the studio, and you know, also with the coloured pencils I can leave my nice ones, as I call them, my luminance and all my other coloured pencils that I've got. Went Light Fast, Holbein, Polychromos. I can leave those here for the studio for, and these I can use for just taking out and about with me, because they were very reasonably priced for the number of pencils that you get. Violet Lake Light. Cadmium red. Because at the moment what tends to happen is I have to move things from their place where they live in my studio and pack them into my Sendak or whatever I'm taking out with me. And then of course I forget to unpack it, and then I'm hunting for a particular pencil, or and then I eventually remember, oh hold on, I took that out with me. But for quite some time I normally end up going, oh, I'm going round the bend, I know I've got one, I know I've got it somewhere. So I just thought if I had some materials that were purely for taking out, this might solve the problem. Burnt umber. I will also use my Caran d'Ache pencil palette and see if you can mix them on the palette. To be honest, these were probably the watercolour pencils were the ones I was most interested in. And because it wasn't an awful lot more to get this 120 plus set, I just thought, well, I might as well get the whole set. Castle Deep Green. Right. Not quite sure why they've put them in this colour, in this order, but it's fine. I think I would have probably had all my yellows together and moved into my oranges. But we won't worry too much about that right now. So lavender. And what I'm actually swatching on is my Sea White of Brighton plein air sketchbook, which is 350 GSM. Because I'm more likely to be using watercolour paper than anything else. This is cadmium orange. I have to say, lavender and the cadmium orange do look rather good together because they're opposite colours. Yellow ochre. I mean, I think there's quite a good selection of colours. Cobalt turquoise light. I mean, some I'm less likely to use than others. I don't use a lot of pinks in my work. Bengal rose. and cadmium orange light. Sepia. There are some, whoops, some bits that are coming off. What comes after sepia? Here we go. Purple. Lemon yellow light. Hooker's green. And once I've wet all of these, I'll bring them all up closer for you. Scarlet red. What are we on next? Ultramarine. Hold on, didn't I have ultramarine before? All right then. Oh, this was ultramarine light. Okay, let's get it right here. And this is ultramarine. Oh yeah, that's more like it. And then Prussian green. And our final one in the watercolours, Delft blue. Okay, so those are, I'm just going to move that out of the way for a second because I want to bring that in. There they are, dry. So this, we've got 30 watercolour pencils, and that's the whole range of colours, which that's pretty good. We've got 4 greens, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 browns, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows, we've got a couple of reds, we've got a nice lavender and a purple, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 kind of blues. We've got this Bengal pink and this violet lake light, and then we've got a couple of oranges. So yeah, I think that that's a pretty good set to have. I'm now going to use my water. Not that we're going to see anything on the white one. Where's my cloth gone? that'll do. Okay, now let's try watering down this jade green. Well, it's quite a pretty colour, I have to say. This is our cornflower blue. Okay. Sky blue. Well, they aren't really leaving pencil marks behind at the minute, which I think is a bonus. There's our ivory black. I mean, as with most watercolour pencils, you have got to, you know, expect to kind of work them in a little bit to get rid of those pencil lines underneath, unless you're using them, you know, where you well, I'll show you in a moment, because obviously this is just one way to put the pencil down and then wet it afterwards. But there are other ways of using watercolour pencils. But these are actually blending out. Yeah, that is not bad at all. Yeah, I was expecting to see some of these pencil lines still showing underneath, but I think they really are blending out. Maybe there'll be one somewhere. No? Hmm? I mean, I have heard some very good things about the Castle Arts materials, and they do seem to be very reasonably priced. I have only got one other set. Well, I did only have one other set, let's put it that way, which was the what did they call them? What were they called? Harmonious colours. They were very muted colours. I did a video a little while back. I'll link that below as well. But I am really pleasantly surprised with how these are blending out with the water. I'll pick a couple of colours and compare them to the Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle. It might just be that it's pigment wise, you know, you're not getting as strong a pigment with these as you might with the what you might call professional grade Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle watercolours. Oh, has that one left a little bit of a mark? Maybe we found one. We're getting there. How long have I been going? Oh gosh, 35 minutes already. Right. I think what I might do is break break it up into a couple of videos. Otherwise it becomes a very long video for the other part of the materials in that 120 plus set. So yeah, maybe that one's, oh, maybe I just didn't do it enough. Right. I'm going to quickly dry this so as I can bring it up and you can have a good look. Here we go then. Let us bring these up, and I think that you will see, you can see a little bit of the lines underneath that one and that one and that one maybe. But on the whole, they haven't done too badly with the water being added to them, I don't think. I don't think that's too bad at all. So I'm going to get my Museum Aquarelles out. Okay, so this is where I took my Museum Aquarelles out with me the other day in my cute little Mickey Mouse tin. I've pulled out a couple of colours. This is dark phthalo green and this is sepia 50%, and I think they'll probably be quite similar to the sepia and the hooker's green here. So just on a smaller piece of paper, let's use this little bit of paper and let's take in all fairness, I think these feel a bit creamier. Right, Museum Aquarelle on that side. And these really aren't that bad. There we go. Castle Arts. What other colour was it? Oh, sepia. Sepia, where are you? I mean, they're not an exact colour match. So at least this way I can do them both together. Oh, did I get any water? No, that's not really doing. I get the right pencils out. Okay. There's so many pencils in here. I think what I did was is this one sepia? No, I got the coloured pencil out instead. Okay, we'll use this one, which is terracotta, but that's fine. This is definitely watercolour, isn't it? Yes. And then we'll find right, let's just ignore that bit because that was coloured pencil and not watercolour pencil. Right, try again. Yes. Okay, these are now doing it. Well, I would have to say that I'll bring that up. Museum Aquarelle and Castle Arts. Obviously not quite the same colours, but really not bad. These are definitely creamier and I think probably got a bit more pigment to them. But there's a huge difference in price. So for what I'm going to want them for in my sketchbook, I think that will work out just fine. And I'm just going to take 3 of them and find my Caran d'Ache board. There we go. Okay. And I just want to do a bit of experimenting because I would more than likely be taking this with me. So we can definitely, there we go, we've got colour there. Let's just maybe turn this piece of paper over. Yeah. So we've got colour. So you can definitely pick your colour up like this. And mix them together a bit. And get shades of. Yeah. So sometimes I might use them straight onto the paper and then add water, but on other occasions I would be scribbling on here and making my colours on here. So in my mind, yeah, not as good as Museum Aquarelle, but good enough to take out for sketchbook purposes. And that was definitely what I was hoping for. So I will let's see, what else have we got left that we have to do. So we've still got the coloured pencils to do. We've got the metallics and then the odd bits here. So I think I will swatch out the coloured pencils and the metallics and then any of these odd bits in part 2, because looking at it, we're already 45 minutes in, which is quite a lot really. So yeah, when you think that you also get all of these pads, I will leave a link down below to this set, but I think you'll see that it's big value for money. And if you're wanting, you know, something that you don't mind taking out and about, that you're not, you know, it's not going to be precious, so to speak, then I think that, you know, this could well be the set. I will compare the metallics to, I've got the Graffy tints that are Derwent. I might even have the Derwent metallics. I'll have a look. But we can maybe do some comparisons there. And the coloured pencils, I'll compare to my luminance. I think that would probably be a good comparison. So look out for part 2. But so far, this is 30 out of our 120 mixed media set. So yeah, really good set. Right, see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay calm. Thanks so much for watching.